I think an excellent template for this kind of thing is some of the better coaches that are out there in the competitive sports arena, as well as some of the best leaders of our men and women in the armed forces. To create a shared vision, it goes back to one of the key things I said was important for effective leaders is communication. If they don't understand the vision, they can't share it. Okay? And so they have to understand exactly what the vision of this organization or institution is. What are we trying to accomplish here? What are our expectations? What are we willing to accept? What are we not willing to accept? And that has to be communicated very, very clearly. That is assuming, of course, that the vision itself is laid out relatively clearly and it's not vague and vacuous. It has some direction to it, because then people can align themselves. You need communication. I think you need a fair bit of compassion in the human side of things, because I don't know if everybody is going to share in the vision 100%. And they have to know that is okay. Okay? As a collective, right, this is our shared path. We're trying to be excellent. We're trying to be preeminent. You can have your individuality. Okay? You can express yourself as an individual. But understand, if you want to be on the bus, right, this is the direction that that bus is heading, and you have to be committed to going in that direction. If you do not want to be on the bus, it's okay. Okay? There are other buses. This is just not the right one for you. And it doesn't mean that you're good or bad or we're good or bad. Right? And I think trying to explain that to people, which is part of that communication, in a compassionate way, it doesn't mean that, I'm right and you're wrong. Right? It just means that this is the direction we're heading in. You have to figure out if you're going to jump on here or not. And if you look at some of the best coaches out there, they're able to get people to buy in and push themselves because they're able to articulate. Very few of the very best coaches, and I'll come up with examples now, Izzo at Michigan State or Krzyzewski at Duke, even Nick Saban at Alabama. You don't hear their players talk poorly of them after they leave. They love them, right? Even though they pushed them hard, right? They knew exactly what they're coming into. Nothing less than excellent is going to be expected here, right? And if that's not what you're up to, don't get on this bus. I'll find somebody else to take your seat, right? Don't get on and say, okay, maybe I'll be able to. No. Right? You set those expectations up front, right? And you can be hard on people. That's not that. You can push them. Right? But they will need to know that you have their back, right? And you're not pushing them to be mean or because it brings you any great joy, right? To be excellent, there are going to have to be some sacrifices, and all this is being done to make that organization the best that it can be, to be preeminent. I think if you're able to do that, that goes a long way, assuming, again, that the vision is a good one. That ability to communicate, information begins with the receiver of the information, not with the sender. So you have to be able to figure out how you're going to reach that person to communicate it. That's where that listening comes in. Clear expectations. If you can get a sense of ownership amongst the people that are part of that organization that you're trying to create that shared vision of excellence for, then you're in. Then you're in. Because you'll find you don't have to pull them along. They are running. They take pride and ownership in the success of that organization. They won't accept anything less than excellence from themselves or from their teammates, the other people in the organization, and they hold each other to account. It is not a coincidence if you look down the bench at Duke, if I use that example again, many, if not most, of Mike Krzyzewski's assistant coaches are his former players. Right? They have ownership of that Duke program. They held each other to account. Right? Now and in the future, if you can get people to buy into a system like that, then you've got all the ingredients, I think, as long as you've got that good vision.